Alright, y'all, what's up? Gunny back yet again. Got something back today. Brought something from a long time ago. I think last April or something was the last time I did a video. I'm not sure. But, got me some Copenhagen Wintergreen. This is actually, I just found out last week, is my grandfather's preferred dip. Now, this particular situation gets kind of sad because I've known my grandfather for 20 years, almost 21 years. Not once, ever, did I realize or even get the hint that my grandfather dipped. Never even crossed my mind. I mean, I knew he always had a tin on him for parties and shit, because whenever me and the family get together for like 4th of July, family reunions, birthdays, whatever, he's always got a tin on him because everybody around him always packs a lip. Well, if y'all remember correctly, last week my brother's truck got repossessed. And we had this whole debacle where we had to go all the way down to Beansbury and shit, and we had no vehicle. He had to get $2 grand from my uncle and borrow my grandfather's truck. Well, he had my grandfather's truck for 2 days. On the second day, after we picked up the money and all that shit, he went to work, I went to work. I had the Silverado. And, well, they wanted to take the Silverado down to Queensbury, which is about 2 hours and 45 minutes away from my place. Well, on that note, my mom's truck, the 1500, gets better gas mileage than 2500. So they wanted to take that down so that they could get the truck. Well, so they came up, my brother after work dropped my grandfather's truck off and took the F-150 from me. My grandfather drives a F-150, maroon F-150, don't know the year of it or anything, but there's 3 things that I noticed right off the bat. And I'm sorry if I'm spitting a lot and you can't really understand me because it's been a long time since I've done wintergreen. And I'm not really used to it. I mean, I've been trying to get back into wintergreen because of all the mint I've been doing, but, you know, But, yeah, I mean, so we swapped trucks. There's 3 things that I noticed right off the bat. First thing I noticed, there was a thing of 30-30 shells sitting in one of the cup holders. The second thing I noticed was about a half a box of 12-gauge slugs sitting in the door. And the third and final and most important thing that I found was sitting in a little cubby just above the cup holders, just underneath the radio and all that. There was a tin, full tin, hadn't even been cracked, of Copenhagen Wintergreen, sitting right there. Then I looked down at the second cup holder, and there's a spitter sitting right there full of spit. I damn near slapped myself for not noticing that my grandfather was a dipper. I'm ashamed of myself. But I got some bad news. Me and my girlfriend, who I mentioned I had a girlfriend, you know, keyword there at the moment being had. We're taking a break so that way I can get my shit straight. Went down to the recruiter the other day, found out that if I get all my shit straightened out in 3 weeks, he'll let me go through the enlistment process again and enlist and get in the Marines. Now, on that note, I probably won't be leaving for another couple months. Because, you know, there's deployments for boot camp and all that shit, and I'd like to get a little more money in my pocket before I go down. You know, just so that way I have a little bit extra cash when I get out of the boot camp. Now, if memory serves me correct, I'll have around $1,400 in my account the second I get out of the boot. I'm not sure. But, anyways. That's why, as y'all have noticed, the new spiffy haircut. Well, it's different from my normal high and tight because this girl, her father was a Marine, so she knew the exact precise way to do the Marine Corps haircut. This is called a high and tight. Normally, when I get the high and tight, it's somebody that has no idea what the hell they're doing, and they fade it in on the sides here. I mean, you know, I get a number 2 on top for the clippers, and then no guard or anything on the sides. Well, what she did was, normally, I get up to about here with no guard, and the rest of it's a 2, and then they fade right in that little section right there with a number 1 guard. Now, that's not the proper high and tight. As you can tell, this one is slightly different. This is actually the true United States Marine Corps haircut. Some Marines, right here, instead of having just the no guard on the clippers, which is what you use for buzzing, like a buzz cut, sometimes they'll shave that area that they use the no guard on. Now, I got a little disappointed with my girlfriend, well, current ex-girlfriend, possible to be reunited, I'm not sure yet. She told me that if I went in the Marines, she was done with me for good, which means no getting back together, nothing. If I go in the military, we're done for good. Which I'm a little disappointed in her for that, because, you know, if you love someone, which, I mean, I love her to death, but if you love someone, you should probably stick with them, no matter what they choose for a career path or anything. I mean, come on. But she's afraid that it's going to change me like her father, like the military changed her father, and I can't get through her head that we're 2 different people. Yes, the Marines are going to break me down and change me a little. I've got tons of friends and family that are in the military, most of them Marines, and not a single one of them has changed. They're still the same good old boy that they always were. I mean, take my cousin Eric, for example. He's changed slightly. He's just a little bit more refined now. Same happened with my buddy Erich Pazdish and my buddy Cody Eckert. They all just carry themselves and they're more refined than what they do. I mean, Cody used to slouch like a bastard. I mean, he was probably about, I don't know, maybe 6'1" before he went in the Corps. And the Marines teach you proper posture. I mean, that's like drilled into your fucking head. And when he got back from boot camp, he was literally, oh shit, fuck. He was legitly, probably, I don't know, he gained like 2 inches. He was like 6'3", 6'4", when he got back from boot. Ooh, state trooper. I have done nothing illegal. I swear. At least I don't think I have. And I got some other bad news. I mean, my buddy Zach from the dorms, Zach Blue, his mom's making him leave the college up here because of his grades, but he stopped by with my girlfriend today. Well, I'm going to keep calling her my girlfriend because it's just, I'm not used to calling her my ex yet. And he's like, you know, I gotta tell you because, you know, don't want you getting all bummed out, but he's thinking about getting an apartment or a house or something up here. So he's not leaving for good. He'll be gone for a little while, but if he gets the deal at the house, he's going to come back up and stay up here. Which I think is fucking awesome because, you know, once I renew my hunting license and all that shit, you know, this spring, me and him can go hunting this summer and this fall. If I'm still around, which I'm hoping to be. And, you know, I've lost too many people in my life. Family members, friends alike. And recently I lost my aunt. I mean, over the last few years I've lost my grandfather, I've lost my cousin, I've lost close personal friends of the family, I've lost teachers that I respected my entire life, and I don't think I can go through another loss of a friend. I mean, yeah, we'd probably still stay in touch if he didn't move up here, and, you know, it'd be every now and then, but I don't know. I mean, that's just not a friendship to me. And, you know, I'm really sad that, you know, his grades aren't where they're supposed to be, but, I mean, it's his first year in college, he doesn't really sleep well, and all that, and, you know, it takes a while to adjust to that type of lifestyle. I mean, for me, it probably would take me 2 semesters just to get used to the whole college deal. The whole routine, the sleep schedule, the work that's involved. And that's another thing. I mean, he works his ass off. He got a job at Stewart's up here, and he was usually working until about midnight every night. And he wouldn't fall asleep until about, you know, 2 or 3 in the morning. Which is understandable. But, you know, I'm gonna have to cut this video short. I would keep going for a little, like, another couple minutes, but I need to go get some food, maybe a tin, because I'm running low on my coat. So, on that note, simplify, get her done. Y'all have a nice day. Keep on spinning that black tar. Get yourself a mud jug. If you ain't got one, get another one. Or get one. If you got one, get another one, because it's the best thing in the world. Hopefully get another one soon. Probably the Confederate camo. I'm loving the look of it, and I want it bad. So on that note, I'll catch y'all later. And as always, go fucking Marines. Oorah! It's not hoorah, that's Army. Oorah.